At some point, someone is going to ask you about your social life. Maybe you're talking about going to a concert and the question is going to be, well, who are you going with? Maybe you're talking about going on a trip, or maybe you just had a birthday that passed and someone's going to ask you, oh, what did you do for your birthday? I know. Sometimes we want to tell people to just mind their business, right? But that's not really the nicest thing to say. I'm gonna give you 4 solid methods that you can use to handle this. I'm also gonna give you some clever one-liners that you can say. I'm gonna show you how to talk about it in a way that's gonna make you look good, okay? People won't pity you, they won't look down on you. They're gonna empathize with you and they're gonna respect you. Okay, so first things first. You don't have to go around telling random people your business, okay? That's not what this video is about. But what if you meet someone and you start to chit chat, or maybe you're developing a friendship and it could just be a regular friend? I think this is gonna come up, right? Or what if you meet someone and it's like a romantic interest? I was asked this question on a date the other day. Yes, I'm putting myself back out there, but we're gonna talk about that another time. Anyway, the question was, who's your best friend? If someone asks you who's your best friend, what are you gonna say? You can't just say, oh, I don't have one. Look, even if it's just a normal platonic or coworker type of conversation, you still wanna answer in a positive way, because you could be repelling people from you based on how you respond to these questions. Okay, let's get into it. How to talk about not having friends and still have people see you in a positive way. Make sure that you're not assigning blame and that you're not talking bad about anyone, and that you're also taking accountability. Even if they're asking you about someone that wronged you, I think it's not really attractive to go into details about that. And I also think that the real question isn't about the person that wronged you. The real question is about your character and the type of person you are. So I think the value that you should be displaying is you're a person who forgives, that you're a person who can handle challenges in life, and that you can move on from them. You want to give reasons that show maturity and that show growth. When I went to nursing school, I was really busy, and I feel like I wasn't there for people as much as I should have been, or as much as they needed me to, because I had to study so much. And it sucked, it really did, but I think that's a reason why friendships also fractured. Just keep it simple, to the point. Just show that you've had a change in priorities, and that you're also not scared of taking accountability. That is attractive. Make sure you watch your tone, and don't talk about it in a negative way, and definitely don't sound like you're embarrassed about it, and don't say something that's gonna cause you to sound like you're a victim, victim mentality, or that you have no desire for friends. Like, oh, people aren't real nowadays. You can't trust people these days, so I don't have friends, Statements like those come across as unempathetic and bitter. Instead, here's what you can do. Be honest about it, okay, first and foremost, and then say why, and then say something positive about an old friend. I don't have a best friend right now, okay? That's me being honest. She moved away and we sort of drifted apart. Okay, that's a good reason. It's not a bitter reason. And then I proceeded to say something positive. So that way, even though my answer is saying that I don't have friends, there's still a positive association, if that makes sense. Have something that you're actively doing that could lead to meeting more people. Even for you, even for your own mental health. Just sitting at home and be like, oh, whatever, is not really that great. Yes, while this will sound good to other people, it is also in your own best interest, okay? And by the way, it does not need to be like a big fancy vacation, a solo trip, or some big networking event that you did to put yourself in the company of people. Last Sunday, I did something really, really, really cool. So I See, I'm an operating room nurse now, but my very first job in nursing was at a long-term care center, right? So last Sunday, I volunteered at a long-term care center during their bingo hour. I've only done it once. I'm hoping to be able to do it again. Just make sure you're putting yourself out there, you know, put yourself in situations where you can create opportunities to meet people. That's how you're gonna get lucky. You know, that's how you're gonna sort of start to make connections. Redirection. Not avoidance, okay, but redirection. So instead of going on or talking for a while about the absence of friends in your life, redirect the conversation to the haves in your life, right? Maybe a family member or maybe even acquaintances. The key though is to say it in a way that you are not coming across like you're hiding something or that you're trying to avoid the conversation. For example, you could bring up your mom or someone like that and say, you know what, I don't have a lot of friends right now, but I speak to my mom every day and we are cool. She's gonna be visiting me in a month, or she's coming for the holidays or something like that, you know, and that just turns the conversation from the negative I don't have to the positive. So here's the good news. Society is changing. People are becoming more and more open-minded these days, and challenges and diagnoses that would have you shunned from society 30 or 40 or 50 years ago are now being seen for exactly what they are, a part of life. And that includes not having friends. Here are some quick one-line responses that you can use if someone asks why you have no friends, why you do things alone, or any similar question. I've realized that I enjoy my own company more these days, and I'm just taking time to focus on the things I'm passionate about. I'm currently really focused on my career or blank project, and it takes up a lot of my time, so I'm really just focused on quality friendships over quantity. Life's thrown a lot of changes my way lately, and it's kind of reshaped my circle. Honestly, I'm still finding my footing. Or you can simply just say, I'm in a different phase of my life right now. So good. Look. At the end of the day, you don't owe anyone an explanation, right? But I do think that, you know, talking about it and being open and just having dialogue, it is going to help people to understand you. It is going to help people, of course, depends on who you're talking to, but it's going to help people understand your choices, and that's only going to help people to get to know you better. Remember that your value isn't defined by the number of friends you have, but more by the quality and depth of your relationships, and most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause